Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Gaming Quitte, the most delicious Quitte of them all, and today we're taking a look at the new Gala Dragalia, which features the new limited Halloween units and a big surprise as the Gala Dragon. It's Chronos Nyx. This is a huge surprise, so let's take a look at Nyx first. Gala Chronos Nyx is not only weirdly buff, but he is a light dragon. His dragon skill, Dimension Oblivion, deals 7 hits of 500% damage each. This means it deals 3500% damage in total. His first ability is a straight up 100% strength increase. His second ability is Time Transcendence, which grants him a unique Dragon Strike. This has 3 charge levels, and I would guess he will hit extremely hard if you completely charge it up. While you are shapeshifted as Chronos, the shapeshift time will not be depleted automatically, but by using standard attacks, Dragon Strikes, and the Dragon skill. He also has an auto dodge built in, which will use up some of the remaining shapeshift time. There are some attacks that cannot be dodged by this. Interestingly enough, his kit is pretty simple and straightforward. Considering his huge strength boost of 100% and him being Dragon Strike focused, sounds pretty strong. The 3500% damage mod for his skill isn't anything to laugh at either. He will probably be among the best dragons Light has to offer. I could be wrong here though, but I feel like he will help shave off time and Light content. He will most definitely be amazing on units like Hunter Vanessa or Gala Yuden. He will also probably be really good on Halloween Laxi, but we will see soon why that is. I also hope this dragon breaks the trend of having to shoehorn a Gala unit into the main campaign somehow, because getting surprised like this is way more fun, honestly. Let's talk about Halloween Laxi next. She's a light rapid-fire mana caster with an interesting kit. We should talk about her first ability before we talk about her skills. With this old version, Laxi gets a clockwork gauge which is completely filled right at the start of a quest. When the gauge is filled, it will be depleted using Force Strikes, but until it's depleted, the damage dealt by Force Strikes is increased by 10%, the enemy's mode gauge gets decreased faster, Force Strike attack rate is increased by 12%, and your movement speed during Force Strikes is higher. The downside of all of this though is that once the gauge is depleted, Laxi will not be able to use her Force Strike at all. When the gauge is depleted, it will start filling up again automatically. Halloween Laxi's first skill, Trick 00 Ghost Fig, deals 12 hits of 99% damage each, totaling up at 1188% damage. It will also inflict Flashburn and Dispel buffs. Her second skill, Trick 99 Clockwork, has a super interesting mechanic. It deals 3 hits of 524% damage, which means it deals 1572% damage in total. It also grants Laxi a defense amp with a team amp max level of 3. Now the interesting part about this skill, the higher your combo count, the higher the more extra damage the skill deals. If your combo counter has at least 25 hits, the damage modifier gets a 10% increase. This increases every 25 hits until at 100 hits, the damage modifier gets increased by 40%. This skill also fills the clockwork gauge. The amount of energy gained is also increased by a higher combo. If you are at 100 hits, it will instantly fill the entire gauge. So it seems the best way to play her would be to Force Strike like crazy until her gauge is empty, use her second skill and continue blasting with the Force Strike. Speaking of gauges, Halloween Laxi has the standard co-ability of Mana Casters, which speeds up the rate the mode gauge decreases by 20%. Her chain co-ability is fun because it increases the critical rate by 1% for every 10 hit combo. This can stack up to 20 times, so a total of 20% increase can be achieved when you are at 200 hits. Once you drop the combo, you lose all stacks. Halloween Laxi is a curse race unit and her third ability extends the window between combos by 0.5 seconds. It also increases the chances of inflicting Flashburn by 25% for every 15 hit combo up to 3 times. So you can get an increased chance of 75%. This ability also gives Laxi a stack of Flashburn Trickster each time she afflicts Flashburn up to 3 times per combo. This effect increases damage towards Flashburned enemies by 7% per stack. Once the combo drops, this goes away too. Halloween Laxi seems to have a fun kit where you need to focus on filling up skill 2. She will love having Gala Chronos Nyx on her to make the Force Strikes as strong as possible. I personally love her design and I hope I can pick her up with my free summons. If not, I might need to spend resources, especially since she is limited. I love playing rapid fire mana casters and it seems like you definitely want to keep up the combo with Halloween Laxi as much as possible. The better you play, the stronger she gets, and that's fun. She will also be an extremely good flashburn enabler, I would say. Next up is Halloween Sylas, and he is a shadow bow. He is donning a crazy doctor look. Once again, let's take a look at his first ability because the effects come into play on his skills. The Dark Experiment ability allows Sylas to do dash attacks when you tap the screen during a dodge, and the damage dealt by dash attacks is increased by 200%. If you continue tapping and attacking after the dash attack, it will continue with the second attack of the standard attack combo. Halloween Sylas gets a different sample stack depending on how he attacks the enemies. He gets granted a combo sample when the 5th attack of his standard attack combo connects with an enemy, a strike sample when a 4th strike connects, and a dash sample when you hit an enemy with the dash attack. These effects don't stack with themselves. Once Halloween Sylas has all 3 stacks, his skills will be powered up, but if you use one of them, the stacks will disappear. Dark Experiment will also increase Sylas' strength by 30% when his HP are at 70% or higher. Now let's take a look at his skills. Surgical Trick deals one hit of 1864% damage, poisons the enemy and dispels a buff. If you have all 3 sample stacks, this skill will deal an additional attack and consume the stacks. This deals 6 hits of 171% damage, which comes out at an additional 1026% damage. The additional attack will also dispel a buff and inflict Shadow Blight. So this means Sylas' first attack can dispel 2 buffs right away and poison, as well as inflict Shadow Blight. And the best part about this, the better version of the skill is the shared one. So this is a pretty good shared skill. Even if the skill costs are pretty high, when shared this skill can dispel twice and inflict poison and Shadow Blight. The second skill is a nice throwback to his original version. It applies one of the following effects at random to the entire team. It increases max HP by 15%, or reduces damage by 10% for 20 seconds, or increases light resistance by 20% for 10 seconds. Sometimes, completely random, it can grant all 3 buffs and remove all afflictions from the team. When you use this skill with all 3 samples, it will grant all 3 buffs and remove all afflictions guaranteed. The skill will then consume the samples when doing this. Halloween Sylas is a bow unit which has the standard skill haste ability. His chain go ability grants a HP regen buff for 20 seconds when HP drops below 60%. This will not activate again for 30 seconds once it did. Sylas is a plant resistant unit and his third ability also has quite the lengthy explanation. When Sylas dispels a buff or a barrier or uses his second skill, different effects are activated. For 30 seconds, 20% is added to the modifier applied to damage against light attuned enemies. Sylas will be granted a defense amp with a maximum team amp level of 2. This will not activate again for 10 seconds once it did. But that's not all though, the skill gauges will both be filled by 15%. This part of the ability will not activate again for 10 seconds once it did. And you thought that's it? Nope. Dispelling a buff or a barrier will also make Sylas apply adaptive suppression to the target. This means the enemy will deal 15% less damage towards units it is weak to. It seems Cygames has started to not only make the first ability packed with stuff, but now the third ability is also super packed. That's some crazy stuff. Anyway, Halloween Sylas seems to be a pretty amazing support unit who can inflict afflictions while also dispelling like crazy. Getting the samples doesn't seem too difficult, because you basically can get all stacks by doing one full auto attack combo with 4 strike and a dash attack right after. Bam, you have all 3 stacks. I wasn't too interested in his ult, but the kit seems amazing and I kinda want him. Please free summons be nice to me. Overall, I would say this is a pretty good banner to summon on. These are extremely good limited units from what I can see, and Nyx is a fun surprise that I see a lot of potential in. The only problem here is that a lot of people, well, probably are broke after anniversary and will only be able to use the free summons, which you should wait out by the way. If you still want to summon after them but have no resources, I have an easy solution to that. Just add your credit card to the game and go wild. Hehe. Disclaimer, please don't do that and only spend money you can afford to spend. Anyway, that's it for this video. Tell me in the comments below what you think about the new units and the surprise Chronos Nyx. Will you summon on the banner beyond the free summons? If you do, make sure to join our Discord so you can brag about your summons to everyone in there. The link is in the description below. Thank you all so much for watching and I will see you in the next video. Bye!